Have you guys noticed that smartphones are getting boring? And I'm not talking about like software or the way it operates. No, I'm talking about design. Every phone in 2024 is starting to look the same. And if you don't believe me, check this out. So if you're into tech, then you've probably seen this. This is the Nothing Phone 2. And at first glance, it looks like an iPhone, even though co-founder Carl Pei disagrees.
Is the phone 2?
It's very easy to guess.
It's hard, right?
I saw the difference in half a second because you can see the front-facing camera on the Nothing Phone 2 on the right side, but
it looks like an iPhone. Now look, I get it. If I am a co-founder of a company making a phone that's competing against other smartphones, I'm gonna be quick to defend it. But the way he answers it feels kind of smug, like, no, those are two completely different phones, which they are, but they look the same. Like it's okay if they look the same. You don't have to like go out of your way. They look the same, and that's okay. I mean, look. If I hold it like this, right? It's an iPhone. Now, I'm just assuming that you guys are fully aware the Samsung S24 series just dropped. Of course, my hair starts. And you're never gonna believe what the S24 Ultras are made up of.
Playtime's over. Aw, 'cause it's design time. Ooh. Yeah, look at that. AI smart, meet titanium tough. Can I touch it?
Yeah. Oh, what is the iPhone made up of? Let me show you. Now, it's going to be hard to say that Apple's the direct influence that the S24 Ultras are made up of titanium. That could simply just not be the case. These phones start production way before their launch dates, right? I'm pretty sure the S24 Ultras already started production after the S23s came out. For us to say, oh, Apple's the direct reason titanium is in the S24 Ultras, it couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, I'm just a guy in front of a camera making an assumption, but I'm not saying that one equals the other. But it is hard to not say that the similarities are there, because they are. They're very much apparent. They're very much there. There are similarities. Now, let's just say hypothetically it was a huge coincidence, which it could have been, and let's just assume that it's a big year for titanium in tech products and accessories. But what about this? Now, I'm not a rocket scientist, but not so much of a coincidence anymore, right? Now, before you call me an Apple fanboy, because I'm not, I actually use both devices. So I'm not team iPhone, team Android. I like them both. I really do. And for very different reasons. However, you will catch me using an Android a lot more often than an iPhone. And that's just because me personally, I like to customize my phone a lot more than iPhones will allow me to. Now, an iPhone in today's age, you can change the icons, but it's not going to fully allow you to just go in and change it. You have to like create a shortcut to do this. It's just a lot of extra steps that I find a little tedious and annoying, but because I like customization, I have to go through it anyways. And well, with an Android, it's just more of just downloading the right icon pack, and hopefully the Android you're using allows you to do it. But if not, there's ways to kind of go around it too, which is again, those extra steps. But some, for example, on the Nothing Phone 2, I don't have to do that. I just download the icon pack and there it is. But that's something completely different and irrelevant to today's topic. Now, so far, I've only shown you 2 examples of what I like to call the iPhone effect. But I don't think 2 examples is enough for it to be a quote unquote effect. So 2 is a crowd, 3 is a party. So let's make it a party. As usual, like clockwork, the pixels, the renders, they always leak. They always leak months in advance, and we always know what the pixels look like way before they're supposed to be announced or way before they're supposed to be shown. The Pixel 8 launched in October. It is currently February, the day I'm filming this. However, in January, 3 months after the Pixel 8 launched, we got leaks for the Pixel 9. 3 months. And you will never believe what the Pixel 9 looks like. Now, it's easy to make that quick comparison right from the get-go and say that they look like an iPhone. But each phone does still have their own personality. The S24 series still have their Samsung's cameras going down. That's not going to go anywhere. The Pixel still has their visor. Nothing Phone has the back design. they still have their own touch. So if you were to be walking with one of these devices in the street and someone were to see you, then yeah, they're gonna know which phone it is. But it's only when you see those flat edges just on the side, it looks like an iPhone. And once again, it's easy for someone to make that assumption very fast. Now, what are my thoughts? I kind of like it. I'm a huge sucker for flat designs. I love flat designs. I really do. Now, whether that be on an iPhone or an Android, I think it's a good thing. Now, that doesn't mean everyone has to like it, right? These are my own personal opinions. I personally like flat screens. People prefer curved edges. People think curved edges has a more premium feeling to it. I believe flat screens have a premium feeling to it. This is all opinion based, but yeah, I prefer flat edges and I'm here for it. Honestly, I was this close. That close to getting the Pixel 8. But now that I saw the Pixel 9 renders, now a lot of people's fear is this is going to start going into the world where everything's going to start looking like an iPhone. As of right now, you still have options to get phones, Android specifically, that don't look like an iPhone. The OnePlus 12, for example, they still have their signature look. They still have their curved edges. They still have their own style to it. But the OnePlus Open is already starting to have their flat edges, which kind of leads to the question of, are they going to start changing their regular phones too? Realistically though, it seems like this is going to be the new trend. I don't think we're going to see a huge wave of curved phones for a while now. That's just me though. But it does seem like everyone's starting to lean towards the flat edges, flat sides, smartphone design. And honestly, I'm kind of here for it. Now, the reason I decided to make this video was because I'm genuinely curious to know what you guys think, and not just the comment, oh, subscribe and let me know what you... No, I'm genuinely curious because as simple as something as a flat design is, there are still their pros and cons to it. For example, I feel like it's grippier when you hold it like this, right? But some people feel like these edges are too sharp, which is why the Nothing phone made it a little curvy here so it doesn't feel like that anymore. It's a genuinely interesting topic because this is your everyday device. This is the thing you take to work, to school, wherever you go. This is the thing that you're using to communicate with people, to surf the web, to post on social media. So genuinely curious, does this bug you? Do you feel like this is a direct Apple influence, or is this something that just doesn't really matter to you and you will still buy the next iPhone regardless of design because those designs aren't going anywhere? It just came back in the 12. Or if you're an Android user, does it not matter to you and you just care more about the internal hardware and you're still going to buy the next Android regardless of what brand you choose? Genuinely curious to know. Let's talk about it in the comment section down below and let's just keep the conversation going.